Here comes the sun. Doo 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 doo. Good morning. I slept next to these trucks last night in this travel plaza parking lot. Look at this fog. Slightly ominous, but very beautiful. There's something about early mornings that I really enjoy. Maybe it's the fact that not the rest of the world is completely awake yet, and you feel like the world is your oyster, if you will. And you add in the elements of a little bit of faint fog on the skyline, and it even adds even more of an awesome ambiance. Today is going to be a good day. In front of the Lighthouse Christian Fellowship Center is a real deal lighthouse. Check that out. There's an old carnival ride right there called the Cobra. It's in someone's yard. And also the kiddie coaster. That's where carnival rides sit when they're not being used. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Woo. I spilt a little on the inside of the windshield. Oops. I can't tell if this is a house or a store. Either way, someone has a lot of old Coca-Cola merchandise, including a cooler on the front porch, but it's all fenced off. Either way, very awesome. Looking for a food mart? Well, meet this one. Bum 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 bum. Super Dollar. Now this is freaking cool. Look at this. It's an old ambulance. Man, look at that thing. That is awesome. Hey, Big the Foot. Remember when you said you were gonna open that travel center? Well, someone beat you to it. I'm sorry, big guy. I'm sorry. I just picked up a Bojangles biscuit. They all closed in Florida, so I'm happy to see this again. I knew a biscuit named Bojangles, and it would nourish you with its cheese, sausage, and bread. I think they forgot to add the sausage. Just a few necessities to make life a little more comfortable. And having extra bags like this is always good because you can empty trash out at any time. Just throw the garbage in there and walk it out to a trash can. I got this dark curtain to put here just temporarily if I pull over real quick in a parking lot and I don't want people to know that I'm stopped and I'm inside. That's what this is for. I just simply dangle it right there and just, stick something on there just to hold it. Normally, this goes all around the edge, so when I'm sleeping at night, that's what I use. But for something a little faster, I went with this option. How appropriate is this little arcade video game here? It's called Road Trip. And I guess you spin that wheel, it tells you how far you're going. The Amazing Road Trip. You can go to Denver or even as far as Hollywood, California on the Amazing Road Trip. What do you think that sign's trying to tell me? This makes Wheel of Fortune look like amateur hour. I show a lot of old Coca-Cola signs, but here's a vintage Pepsi one for an old motel. Look at that thing. Those trees look like something out of a Tim Burton film. Hundreds of them. As I was driving, I heard a voice saying, "Move over this way." And it was this guy right here. He wanted to see the RV. What do you think? You like it? I love this 1970s era sign stating that I am in Quitman, Georgia. And check out the parking situation here in these small towns. It's been a while since I've been in an area where they allow you to burn stuff in the backyards. You don't see that too often in a lot of states because it's so dry. This monument was placed here by the Ladies Memorial Association in 1878 to honor the Confederate dead. Isn't it interesting that those that put this here are also now dead. Stuff like that really blows my mind if I think about it too long. One of my favorites so far today is this wash-a-rama sign. There used to be a coin-operated laundry facility right here, and I'm guessing it became a barbecue restaurant, noticing the lettering in the top left corner. And then down the hill is a mural of Jesus and John the Baptist. It's an old abandoned mechanics place called Willie's Tire Shop. Look at all these leftover tires outside. Okay, thank you. Thanks for the info. One of the locals here just corrected me and said that's not a barbecue sign. It said produce. The PRO kind of looked like BBQ from a distance. On a side note, if I ever make a movie and need a voice actor for a villain, hiring that guy. This is the kind of stuff I love. Look at this downtown area. Look at that bank. It's filled up with storage, but check it out. You can see the counter and where the teller would stand to hand you money. Erected so long ago, they had to use Romanian numbers. I'm sure there was a time when that was a very thriving place, as well as this former hardware store. You could see the rusted out lettering right there on the side of the wall. They don't make signs like that anymore. I had this moderate obsession with old Americana signage. Oh, this is a real good one. Check out above the two broken panels. There was some sort of light up globe, like a circle, all broken. That's old school. Cumulonimbus overload ahead. Welcome to Boston, home of a marathon. No, not that Boston. This one is in Georgia. Every time I see the words fresh fish, I can't help but think of Shawshank. Fresh fish. Fresh fish. They've converted the old train depot into a little bit of a store. These little vehicle pods, I'm certain, are used for either storing or moving something. I'm not really sure what though. That is the most least expensive littering fine I've ever seen. It's honestly less expensive than going to a landfill. They might want to rethink that. Here's the police department. They have one patrol car and a very small building as their facility. There's my street right there, on the corner of Main. One thing you'll see in a lot of places like this are no street lights, just stop signs welded to where the street lights should be. All right, small bridge alert. Definitely couldn't get two of these RVs side by side. Downtown Thomasville now, driving over bricks. I love these towns that haven't paved over their old bricks. And just down the street is the Big Oak, but I had to park because there is low clearance ahead. Circa 1680, height of 68 feet, circumference of 25 feet, and a wingspan, if you will, of 165 feet. You could definitely put this thing in the category of majestic. And it's being held by metal wires, keeping the branches together. And please, if you respect the Big Oak, no climbing, please. This was President Dwight D. Eisenhower's favorite tree, and on many occasions when he was hunting in the area, he would stop by and just hang out underneath it and do a little reflecting. This thing is incredibly massive and very impressive. The fact that it has not been struck by lightning or fallen victim to a developer's hand is a very good thing. There is a camera mounted on the telephone pole across the street from the tree. I did a little researching online and I found a phone number you call. By calling that, it takes a picture of you in front of the Big Oak. Then you go to a website and you can download the photo. How completely random and awesome that is. I don't know if it's working. I called the phone number. It said it took the photo, then it gave me a website to go to. I checked the website. There are no photos on there from 2017 yet. Maybe I gotta wait a few days. I gotta be patient. or it didn't work. Whoa, am I gonna make it through here? That's tight. Tight squeeze. Think I got this. Oh yeah, we're good. Barely, but we're good. This is the Lapham Patterson house and has a very interesting backstory. The gentleman who built it way back in the day was terrified of fire, and he really had a disdain for 90-degree angles. And there are 45 exterior doors around the facility and 19 rooms that are asymmetrical. Back in the 1980s, when they would give tours of this place, they would tell you that there were no 90-degree angles anywhere on property, but that has been proven to not be true. This is around the rear of the building. He built this in 1884 after moving from Chicago, and he witnessed firsthand the Great Chicago Fire. And he was always very paranoid. Look at the size of these windows. Very easy access to get out of there in case of an emergency. I wonder if anyone's ever graffitied a G on there. Gonna turn the generator on for a few, charge some accessories, as well as drone batteries and my laptop. And check in to see if the AC works, which it does. And I'm about to cook some soup in the microwave. I mentioned yesterday that I have unlimited data through AT&T, and a lot of people left some great suggestions about tethering my iPhone to my laptop. Sadly, that is not accessible if you have been grandfathered in through AT&T. So tethering my phone through Bluetooth and going through all those options is not feasible. But that's okay, I don't really use my laptop that much. It's not vital to have it every single morning or every single night. So whenever I can get Wi-Fi, I'll use it. Most everything else I do is on my phone. Vlog over.